She actually died.
I'm here with the man, the merchant, the legend, Bob. Bob is a Byzantine merchant. Now, Bob, what has made your economy so strong, and how long has it lasted?
Well, trade's what made our economy so strong. It also made it endure for nearly 1,000 years.
Fascinating. Why was Constantinople's location ideal for trade?
Because of its central location in the Mediterranean region and in Northern Europe, it made it very ideal for trade. Also, it was easy for us to trade with China and India through the Silk Roads.
What was your common currency?
Well, because so many people traded in the Byzantine Empire, Byzantine gold coins were used as a common currency.
Do you have any other facts you'd like to share with us about Byzantine trade?
Well, yes. Silk weaving in 550 added to the strong economy, as well as our big agricultural component. The fields were worked on by non-free peasants who could become free by joining the imperial military service.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Bob. That's all the time we have.
Hello, today I'm interviewing Abby. Abby is a free peasant.
Hi, Ava.
Hi, okay, so we're just gonna get right into the interview. Why did you guys revolt?
So we, as free peasants, are sources of tax and recruits for the government, and sometimes the nobles would try to force us from free peasant status to just regular peasant status in order to increase their income or land holdings, and we were like, there's no way, we're free, we're gonna stay that way. And so we revolted just because we wanted to keep our freedom and stuff. So I was a part of the revolt led by Basil the Copperhand, and that revolt lasted from 928 to 932. And yeah, it was pretty great, and still free, so yeah, it worked.
Awesome. For those great facts on peasant revolts. Now off to Baghdad and the House of Wisdom.
Learning is so important. Even Muhammad said, "Go in quest of knowledge, even unto China." I translated the Greek works into Arabic, saving the works of Aristotle and other Greek thinkers from oblivion. I traveled to China and brought mathematic texts, and went to China and brought back paper-making techniques as well. In places like Cairo, there are medical advances in hospital care, while teachers are studying for tests to get licensed that will let them practice. Here in the House of Wisdom in Baghdad, Al-Khwarizmi established the basis of algebra. In Morocco, Spain, Egypt, and Baghdad, innovating universities are being established. What a great place!
Thank you for sharing about the House of Wisdom. That was very insightful.
And now to our Vogue representative with 73 questions with Muhammad.
Hi!
Hey Muhammad, it's Vogue with 73 questions, but we're a little brisk on time, so we only have 16.
That's okay, come on.
Where were you born?
I was born in 570 in the Bedouin world. We were like tribal, very polytheistic, nomadic. Well, I mean, not me, obviously. I wasn't polytheistic.
What are the 5 pillars?
Okay, there's fasting, almsgiving, prayer 5 times a day, pilgrimage to Mecca, all that jazz.
What do you respect other people from other religions?
Well, we're all one of the book. We're all people of the book. It's pretty amazing.
What's your favorite book?
My favorite book is obviously the Quran, but I can't read, but it would definitely be the Quran.
What is the Quran?
The Quran is like, it's my saying. It's how we should live by Islam. You know, it's what Allah told me. It's how we have to live. I'm just gonna sip of water. Keep going.
What's Mecca?
Okay, so, crazy story about Mecca. I went to Mecca and I was like, guys, you need to learn about my religion. Then they were like, no, we're polytheistic, get out. They kicked me out. It was pretty crazy.
How'd you conquer Mecca?
Okay, so I went to Medina. I told all these people about my amazing religion. Amazing religion. And they were like, it is an amazing religion. And then we went back to Mecca and conquered it, you know?
What's your favorite color?
My favorite color would have to be black. It's the color of the Kaaba.
How did you establish Islam?
Well, Allah kept telling me, you need to tell people about this religion, it's very important, and I just went with it, you know?
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food would obviously not be pork. We don't eat pork in my religion, but we do eat apples. I really love apples.
What's your favorite drink?
My favorite drink would have to be water because I can't drink alcohol.
How do you feel about your wife owning a business?
Well, my wife's amazing. She's just perfect, so I'm okay with it. Let's go downstairs.
Islam versus China?
Okay, so basically in Islam, all the women's rights, because I love women, we try to give them more rights. They can inherit property, do tons of stuff. But in China, they have foot binding. They confine women to their house. I just believe that in Islam, we have more rights than in China. You know, but one similarity, most of us do cover the faces and stuff. Well, not me, I'm not a girl.
Wars?
Wars? I believe in peace. I believe we shouldn't have to, like, physically fight stuff out, you know?
Favorite song?
Favorite song, 22 by Taylor Swift.
Are you proud of your religion?
I am so proud of my religion.
Thanks, Vogue, for that awesome interview. Now we're going to go to the main desk to discuss religions in China.
News 5, staying alive. We're here with breaking news in post-classical China. We've discovered new information in regards to Chinese religions.
The religions Taoism and Buddhism have recently taken over China. These religions have become very prevalent in society these recent years and have played a large role in shaping Chinese culture.
That's right. Before we get into our breaking news, let's delve in on how these religions came to China.
Buddhism was first introduced to the Chinese by monks who related to Taoist principles. As time went on, these religions blended beliefs and formed another religion known as Zen Buddhism.
This new form emphasized personal experience and meditation rather than formal learning based on scriptures, which many citizens seemed to like better.
This new religion became immensely popular, which affected China in many ways. Monasteries began to be built in almost every single major Chinese city, which attracted monks from far and wide and influenced people to join their religion. Another event was printing of Buddhist scriptures, which made them readily available to anyone.
This has been our current news on Taoism and Buddhism, and we will keep you with updates as our story continues.
Commercial break!
A word from our sponsors.
Is your plain old white rice just taking way too long to grow?
My rice is taking so long to grow.
Well, we have a solution to all of your problems.
Wow!
Introduced in 618 and 907 into the Tang Dynasty, there is champa rice.
Wow, 2 harvests in one 60-day season? You should buy this now.
That was great. I gotta get me some champa rice. Now off to the Mongolian Empire for a pre-recorded interview with Genghis Khan.
Hi, Genghis. It's been so long, man.
Hello, Connor. I know that it has been much, much too long.
So, let's just get started. Could you tell me about how your empire started and how it grew so large?
Well, in 1206, I was elected as Khan of my empire. Actually, my name Genghis Khan means ruler of all.
Interesting. Could you tell me a little bit about the beginning of all your conquests?
Well, in 1210, my troops and I conquered the powerful Jin Empire. And, well, it was there that I earned my title as a terrifying ruler.
Oh, and how did you earn this title?
Well, for my campaign, it was anybody who resisted was brutally killed in retribution.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, by 1227, my Khanate reached from the North China Sea to East Persia.
Why was your empire so strong?
If anybody refused, everybody was killed, except for the people with skills like reading and writing, which were recruited to the Mongolian Empire.
Wow, and do you know anything about the disease that came from your empire?
Yeah, I heard about the Black Death, but we were just trying to trade.
Did you know it killed 1/3 of the population in Europe?
I heard about that, but I guess we left an impact in the world.
Okay, well, thank you, Genghis. Back to the studio.
Thank you, Connor.
I'm reporting live with Byzantine missionary Steve.
Hi.
Steve, where were you sent as a missionary?
Well, I was sent by the Byzantine Empire to go to Kievan Rus.
And why were you sent there?
Okay, so basically we were really scared that Kievan Rus was pagan worshiping and we didn't want them to threaten our empire.
Oh, I see. And how did Kievan Rus finally convert to Christianity?
In 989, Kievan Rus's ruler, Prince Vladimir, married the Byzantine ruler's sister, and he made all of his people convert. And then he planted little onion-shaped buildings everywhere that were shaped like Byzantine churches.
That's so fascinating.
Yeah.
So, wow, what a great example of syncretism.
Yeah, I've got to go missionary stuff.
All right, well, thank you so much, Steve. Bye, it was nice meeting you.
This just in. We regret to inform you that the Kievan Rus are declining.
Kievan Rus has had declining contact with the Byzantine Empire for some time now, citing difficulty to reach Constantinople due to invasion from nomadic groups. The city has been sacked by northern Russian princes and who took advantage of Rus's weaknesses.
In 1240, Kievan Rus was invaded by the Mongols. Although the city had released plans to drive the Mongols out, it seems as though the Golden Horde will stay in this area for around 250 years. And once they're gone, the Byzantine Empire will most likely be gone as well.
Now we're going to visit the tip of sub-Saharan Africa.
Africa with an African merchant named Jessica. Jessica is here with her camel, Sophie. Can you please tell me how Sophie came to Africa?
Well, there were merchants from Southwest Asia that brought camels here, and they were mostly.
How does Sophie help you trade everything?
Well, Sophie, my camel, she can hold a lot of water, so she doesn't dehydrate easily, and that's really helpful for travel across the desert because there's not a lot of water in the desert. And she's also a good beast of burden, so she can hold a lot of weight.
So I heard you mention the Muslims earlier. So how did Islam kind of affect or take place in your trade?
Well, so when the Muslims brought the camels, then trade really picked up in the Trans-Saharan Trade Network. That has allowed us to, not only has trade increased, but it's allowed us to trade with Asia and Europe. So we've traded them gold, ivory, and slaves in exchange for salt, textiles, and horses.
How did Islam come to Africa?
Well, it came to Africa through their second wave of expansion, which was trade. And we're really glad that trade came to Africa with the Muslims instead of their first wave of expansion, which was conquering, and we didn't want to be a part of that.
That'd be awkward.
Yeah.
Trading and Africa.
And Sophie.
I'm now reporting live from a high school where students are learning about Japanese culture. Hi, what are you guys reading?
Oh, hi. We're reading The Tale of Genji.
It's actually one of the first novels because it's about a psychological development of one character, just like modern stories are today.
It's by a noblewoman in like post-classical Japan named Miyazaki Shikabu. It's really interesting.
That's super cool. Can you tell me any other cool facts about the book?
Well, it's about like Japan elites and inside like the aristocratic Japan.
Yeah, it's like telling about her trades and her romances, and it kind of just focuses on that, but really it's like giving us a deeper look into, the elite society.
Well, awesome. Thank you for your time, guys. I'll leave you two to it.
Bye!
Bye!
Now an interview with
A rice farmer in Japan.
We're in Japan with a Japanese rice farm. Carissa is here to talk to us about the feudal system in Japan. So, could you tell me a bit about the feudal system?
We are a feudal society and an uncentralized government. The landowning aristocrats, or daimyo, fought for power over land, and most people were rice farmers.
I've heard that Europe also has a feudal system. Can you tell me how you two are similar?
Neither have much social mobility, and both systems were built upon hereditary hierarchies, and both have three groups. In Japan, they are starting from bottom: serfs, samurais, and daimyo.
How are the two systems different?
Daimyo have more power than the European nobles do, and the honor codes for the military classes are a bit different. In Japan, frugality, loyalty, and honor until death is valued. And in Europe, a duty to God, countrymen, and women is valued.
Well, thank you so much for spending some time with us. You're welcome.
Commercial break!
A word from our sponsors. Hey, Mongol ladies. Do you ever feel a little too revealed while doing common household chores? Oh no!
Whoa!
Introducing pants! Mongolian women, you can now wear trousers just like the men. You're more equal to them and more comfy. Pants! Yay, pants!
Love me some pants. That's the Mongolian Empire to talk about.
Peace and prosperity.
Hi, I am out here in the Mongolian Empire, and right here in the Mongolian Empire we are in a time of Mongolian peace called the Pax Mongolica. This is due to Genghis Khan and his amazing ruling. Right now, Genghis Khan is very religiously tolerant, so if he conquers you and you don't die, then you are going to be able to be benefited by many things. One of the things you will be able to be benefited by is trade. Genghis Khan has put the Silk Roads back into use and has his soldiers protecting them, as well as built many other trade routes. One of the other things that Genghis Khan is doing is he is building bridges. He is building so many that he is actually known for building more bridges than any ruler in history. Thanks to all of these things, we are in a great time of peace and prosperity in the Mongolian Empire. Back to you in the studio.
Hi, I am here to report to you the changes and continuities in the regions that we have been discussing. In Eastern Europe, a change is the Kievan Rus religion. They were pagans until Byzantine sent missionaries and converted them to Orthodox Christianity. A continuity is that they always had strong trade. In the Middle East and North African region, a change is the expansion, as they constantly were expanding in size. A continuity is the importance of knowledge, as they always thought highly on knowledge, shown in the city of Timbuktu. In East Asia, there was a change of the Chinese religion, as they did not have just one main religion, but they were constantly changing from Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism, and mixtures of all three. A continuity is that feudalism stayed the same the entire time. In the Mongolian Empire, a change is the expansion of Mongol trade. As the empire was expanding, trade did as well. Continuity is the cognate structure stayed the same the entire time. That's all we have on changes.
That's a wrap. See you later, alligators.